Hello, I'm here with my new Jackson's order and I thought to do an unboxing to see what I've got. So bear with me as I make my way through this. I've pre-opened the box and this package has had an adventure coming from FedEx with several delays and arriving in record cold weather today, so I am impressed with that. It's nicely packed. Got all kinds of goodies in here. So this is a little concertina sketchbook because I want to try and experiment with a multi-page spread. These are colored pencils that I've been waiting for with great excitement. And here they are. These are the Luminance pencils, and I really love how this palette looks just all together here. I can't wait to swatch these and try them out. So yeah, a little bit of Payne's Gray, 30%, Sepia 10, Pinkish White, Burnt Sienna 50, Payne's Gray, Burnt Sienna 10, and Sepia 50. But yeah, I love how beautiful these colors are already, and I can't wait to swatch them. Put those to the side somewhere. Little bit of foreshadowing here. This is a Unison color box to put in Unison pastels. So this is empty. You can order this from Jackson's. I think this is 18 soft pastels can live here, which would be great. Perfect size for actually being able to take somewhere on location. Also good if you don't have a lot of desk space like me. Oh, look at this. This is amazing. These colors are beautiful. So these are some of the Unison soft pastels, and I already love, again, just the palette in the box. I think they did this on purpose. And Unison soft pastels, if you don't know them already, are handmade. And they have like a beautiful array of sets, and I honestly couldn't make up my mind, so I ended up making, I guess, my own palette in the end. And I do a combination of like urban sketches, portrait, and landscape. So it's like, well, I could use all the palettes, but let's not get crazy. So anyway, that's the first box. Ooh, this is here you go. This is just a pencil extender for all the colored pencils that are starting to get worn down into nubs. So this is cool. That'll be useful. This is Designer Gouache by Schmincke, and I haven't actually tried their gouache before, though I have tried I think their inks for printmaking, and they're beautiful. So I just love this color, and I wanted just to try it and see. I'm a big fan of Winsor and Newton Designer's gouache for traditional gouache, and I also like the Holbein acrylic gouache, or I guess folks in UK will say gouache, and I sort of go in between, but here we usually say gouache. And I'm excited to experiment with this, which is the Artgraf Graphite, Watersoluble, and that'll be fun. I've got some Schmincke liquid charcoal, which makes beautiful, gorgeous blacks. And this, I think, will make more of a grayscale, so I can't wait to play with that. And it comes in a little disc leaf. Yeah, looks like this. And it's like a little cake. And yeah, we'll play with that in a bit. So that's that. Another box of these pastels. And oh yeah, another beautiful palette. These dark, moody colors and these softer, like literally pastel colored. I love these two together. I mean, I love all of them together. So I'm excited with all of these. And I'm not sure, oh, this is heavy. Now I've forgotten what this is. This is a total mystery. This is what happens when you order things. You have to wait for them a couple of weeks. Just trying to think what I was ordering. Just gonna have to pause, I think, to like get the scissors. All right, back again, and managed to get all that bubble wrap off of this little box here. I haven't peeked. Oh yeah, this is the palette that I bought, and it's a stacking set. So how this works is it's great for gouache or watercolor or any of these like water-soluble mediums. Stacks like this, and there's 6 in the set. And it's great for being able to have a bit of a larger mixing surface than my traditional, I guess, daisy type palette, which I quite enjoy, but was really curious to try this for mixing in a little bit of a bigger space, especially if I'm doing a range of I guess, tones or shades. So, because I was like, this little box is so heavy, and I just totally forgot about this. But yes, palette issues because not enough to go around. So it's a handy little box for them. And then last but not least is the Pith sketchbook, which I've been anxious to try out, and I might even do some swatching on this. So. What's cool about this, it's the large sketchbook by Oro Blanco. I got the black version, but it has an unbound spine, if you can see that, which means it's supposed to lay flat. Let's see here, you can see some of the details. Made from recycled paper. Sustainability, I know, is big with them. 76 pages. 200 GSM, which is pretty great. And, you know, my conscience likes definitely this conscientiously made, responsible materials, all of these things. Medium tooth texture and sewn section binding. I know that I tend to be a little bit, don't know if it's heavy-handed with using a lot of mixed media, but I tend to use my gouache on the more watery side, and I like using watercolors as well, so trying to find a balance between you know, paper that will work for like really wet mixed media, but I'm not a fan of cold pressed tooth paper because I also do a lot of drawing on top, and I don't like the rough tooth. So here we go, and it does lie beautifully flat. I don't know if you can see it. That's just opening the cover. And the paper looks beautiful. And just try it again. Like, yeah, that's pretty darn flat. And the 200 GSM is great. I've tried out, and I could probably do a comparison of some of the sketchbooks I've tried. I use Stillman and Byrne, which is I think 270 GSM, the Zeta, I think. I've also tried the Beta, and I have recently tried, I think it was a Haniel watercolor sketchbook, but it was cold pressed paper, and I got really frustrated with trying to draw on top, so maybe I can show you some of those things. But I'm very excited to try some swatching in this new sketchbook. So I think that might be the next step. But I love how large these pages are because I just want to generally work big. I do see that there's a little bit of spine damage here, dented. So I might follow up with Jackson's about that. It's not a huge deal for me, but it's probably not ideal for brand new sketchbook. Like both ends seem to have it. So I will ask them, I guess, about that. Don't see it in the front, maybe a little bit here at the top. But by the time we get into progressively more, it looks like it's got a bit more damage. And then it doesn't have it in the rest at the top later in the book. A little bit at the bottom. It is lying beautifully flat though. Again, I'm not too fussed about it, but it's, like I said, I don't think as it's meant to be, so I will follow up with Jackson's. And I guess I'll update to see what they say. But I am impressed with the paper. I mean, the cover is a little bit scuffed. I'm not too fussed about that. Maybe if you are, I'm only going to get things grubby as time goes on. All right, back after some battery problems, so I'll keep this brief, but one thing I noticed was that this is all sort of like torn up here. So a little bit of shipping damage, I guess. A bit of cat hair already all over this. That didn't take long. So yeah, it's a sketchbook I'm really excited about to try, and the pages look very slightly ivory, but not like, I don't think they're quite as dark as the Royal Talons, if you use that. Now I have a moral dilemma about whether I should hold off because of this damage. I mean, I don't think I would return it, but it's probably something they should be aware of. Anyway, I'll quit fussing. I'm just very excited that this came here because it took supposed to be, I think, 2 days to come, and it ended up getting rerouted and delayed 3 times or something, and finally arrived today. So I'm very stoked about that. And on with some swatching when I have some more battery. Just want to give you a quick peek at the concertina sketchbook, or you might know it as an accordion sketchbook. It's super cute. I wanted something small, and it comes in a slipcover case, which is a really nice detail. It's by Sea White of Brighton, and here it is. And it was very affordable, and it has relatively smooth paper. Don't know if you can see, and it's just it'll be really fun to play with, I think. And it's got 140 GSM paper, 38 possible surfaces, so it's going to be something fun to play with. Something like this would be really great for travel sketching, or like urban sketching, or basically picking a theme of something and just carrying on with it. So yeah, it was inexpensive and something I want to try. Paper is definitely on the white side, bright side. Yeah, that's great. Excuse the handheld recording, but I just wanted to show you my quick swatching of the Luminance pencils from Pink White and Burnt Siennas and Payne's Grays and Sepia. This is the Schmincke gouache. It's still a bit wet, but I really love the color. The water-soluble graphite is gorgeous. I love the granulation. And here's the Unison. I have used a spray fixative on this, but the colors are great. And then I love how they look together. I hope it's coming across okay in this light. And I'll update when I hear back from Jackson's about the sketchbook damage.